Hey, so today I'm going to show you a quick hack on how to do keyword research for your e-commerce store that doesn't need any fancy tools or any paid software. Of course, me and my team, we use software to do those kinds of things because software is more accurate, but it's also rather expensive. Let's say you want to DIY keyword research for your own e-commerce stores. I'm going to show you two hacks actually instead of one. So the first hack is how to know what's the main keyword that you should optimize your e-commerce store for. And when it comes to e-commerce SEO, one of the most important factors is optimizing your collection pages, because collection pages is where most of your money is going to come from. Because if you're selling a product, and odds are that you are not just selling one product, you're selling many. And the way to rank for those keywords for those products is to optimize your collection page. So let's say you're selling sofas, and the best way for you to get organic traffic is to rank for the keyword sofas. But the first thing is that depending on what you're selling, you might not know what the best possible keyword is, because there could be many words that could be describing the thing you're selling. So let's say if you're selling coffee, for example, coffee beans, you could you wouldn't know what are people actually typing into Google to find your actual product. So they could be just typing in coffee, or they might be typing in coffee beans or coffee bean in singular, or maybe another variation. So you might not know, you could, yes, you could use your own brain, but maybe other people are using a different word or a different phrase to search for the main thing you're selling. And if you don't really know, there's a cool hack that you could use. So let's say that you don't want to invest into SEO like an SEO agency like we are, or you want to do it by yourself. Then the hack that I would recommend, the first part of the hack, how to know the most optimal keyword, is just go to Google, type in your version of the keyword, how you think you would describe your main product or your main product. So let's say you're selling sofas or couches, you're unsure, what should I optimize the page for? Should I optimize it for couches, sofas, how to do it? And what you can do is just simply go to Google and type in your version of the keyword. So in my mind, it was sofa. So I just typed in sofa to Google, and what you need to do then is look for the biggest brands. Like on the first page of Google, look for the biggest brands that you recognize, brands that are famous, that have revenues in tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions or billions, like in this case with IKEA. So first of all, I see IKEA here. And then what you will need to do is you just open up their page, open up their site, which I've opened up here, and just look at what they're doing. Because the logic behind it is that these guys here, even if you don't have the budget to invest into an SEO agency, these guys, IKEA and the big brands, whatever niche you're in, big brands, they almost always have an SEO agency. You can be sure, if someone has a revenue in tens of millions, they have someone in-house, or they have an entire team, or they have a massive agency doing SEO for them. So this agency is doing a lot of thinking work, a lot of analysis, a lot of research, trying to get things right, trying to have the best possible, best practice, utilize the best practices that there are to do SEO, to optimize the page. So you can just see what they're doing and then copy and paste it to your own site. So in the case of trying to understand which keywords to go after, or let's say you're selling sofas or couches, or however you want to call them, you want to know what is the main phrase, main keyword to optimize for. You go to Google, you type in sofa, you see IKEA or another major brand ranking there. You open up, if you only find one, that's fine. But I recommend to open up two or three. So for sofas, I saw IKEA here, and I also saw Ashley Furniture, which is also a major brand, a major brand selling furniture. And then you want to look for what's the main phrase that they're optimizing their sofas page for, or couch page, or whatever you typed in. And as you can see here for sofas, we see that for IKEA and for Ashley Furniture, they're using sofas as the main keyword. So, and how to look for it is look for the main title. So in this case for IKEA, sofas is here at the front. So sofa here, you can recognize sofa, and also sofa here in the URL, as you can see here. And same goes for Ashley. They have sofas in the URL, and they have sofas here as well. I mean, in here, this is the main title for their page. So these big brands, they're investing hundreds of thousands into their SEO every month. And yeah, you could be rather sure that they know the right words. They have done the research to find the best possible words. So you can just take inspiration from them and use the same words for yourself. But that's the first. Go to Google, type in your idea of the phrase, and then see what the biggest brands are doing with massive budgets, with big SEO teams. So just copy their ideas, and you will be much better off. Now, the second hack with this is that, again, with e-commerce SEO, a major thing, first of all, as I said, was to know the main keywords you want to target with your collection pages. And the second thing is knowing which products to add into which collection pages. And what I mean here is that if let's say you're selling sofas, but most small e-commerce stores selling sofas, they have all their sofas or most of their sofas in one collection page. So let's say you're selling like 100 different sofas, but you could probably categorize these sofas into different sections, different subcategories, so to speak. And how to do that? That's a really difficult exercise to perform. How to categorize, how to divide those into different subcategories, which products to add, which keywords to use. And again, you can use the same hack. Like as you can see here, it's just hidden in plain sight. You could look at like what are the pros doing. And here, like if you look at Ashley Furniture, like let's say they have this page here, reclining couches. So if I open this one up here, I see that they have this reclining sofas page. And yes, I have access to tools, so I can see that this particular collection page is getting almost 20,000 searches every month. So yeah, again, they know what they're doing. They see that probably like they've seen that a lot of people are searching for reclining sofas. And because of that, they have made a separate sub collection page or a collection page underneath the main sofas page. And again, like this is something that you would need to do as well. So you get the keyword from here. Reclining sofa is probably the best possible keyword to optimize this for. You should also create a separate category page and add the reclining sofas in the URL. And yeah, if I also use my expensive keyword research tool, I can see that that's actually the case. Like for reclining sofa, these are the rankings. These are the keywords that this page of theirs of Ashley Furniture is ranking for. And we see that reclining sofa has the most searches, 28,000 searches every month in the United States alone. So they're doing really well. And there are many, many, many other words here. Like as you can see, yeah, this page is ranking for over 2,800 keywords. So this means that like you could have come up with any of these keywords by yourself, but you wouldn't know any better. Which variation or which phrase gets the most searches, you wouldn't know. But like these brands, they have done the research, so you can just see what are they optimizing for. So they're optimizing for reclining sofa, which, what do you know? It's the keyword with the most search volume. So that's the hack. First of all, find out the main keyword for the main categories by just doing a search, and then dig a little deeper. Look at all the subcategories that the pros have. And then, of course, you're a pro as well, but I mean, like the businesses with tens, if not hundreds, if not millions, if not billions in revenue. Again, their marketing budget is huge. And yeah, you could pretty much do the same. You could just learn from them what they're doing and then do the same when trying to compete with them. So that's a keyword research hack that I recommend you to take. And we usually go far beyond that with our research tools, because like what we usually do is we just type the head term here. And as you can see here, that's like, this gives us hundreds of thousands. I have over 400,000 different keywords, which is a lot. We then use clustering, but still we get over 16,000 clusters. So we need to start digging through this. This work is much more accurate, but again, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of brain power, it takes a lot of resources. But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to invest into meticulous work, you could just simply start from doing this hack, just looking at what the top competitors are doing. So I hope you found this tip useful. Put it into practice. If you just listen to it and you'll think that, yeah, it's a nice idea, it's not going to do anything for you, just put it into practice. Like take your main product to the search and find out, are the pros actually optimizing for the same keyword? Like let's say you're selling coffee beans, but your main collection page has coffee in it, not coffee beans, but everyone else has coffee beans. Then odds are they know something that you don't, because then they have probably done the research. So you benefit from adjusting that and doing that for your own brand as well. And also you might get some sub collection page ideas. Like maybe you have like 100 products of coffee in your main collection page and you haven't really thought about like organizing them into subcategories, but maybe you see that like, hey, like this competitor of mine has also had a decaf coffee beans sub collection page, and you're also selling decaf coffee beans. You have like 5 different products. So you could also create a decaf coffee beans collection page. And one thing I wanna show you regards to creating subcategories is if you look at who's ranking for reclining sofas. If I open up the top rankers here, they all have a dedicated page for reclining sofas. You see here Ashley with reclining sofas and couches, Value, City Furniture, reclining sofas, Slumberland, reclining sofas, reclining sofas, reclining sofas, reclining furniture, and so on. But yeah, the furniture one is not ranking as well. So let's say you want to rank for reclining sofas as well, or you want to get traffic to your reclining sofas. You're not going to get any traffic if you just have some reclining sofa products listed in your main sofas category, because everyone else has it. Like all the top rankers and the pros have a dedicated collection page. So this is what you also need to do. This is just me showing proof that this is working. And these guys know, the big brands know that this is working. So that's why they're doing it. And you can just simply copy what they're doing. I hope this was useful. If you want me and my team to do a quick review of your site, and record a short Loom video going over some low-hanging fruit opportunities in regards to SEO. And just check the first link in the description, fill out the form, and we'll get back to you with a short Loom video going over some tips and tricks for your particular business. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.